For the first time in its history, the Presbyterian Church U.S.A. has ordained an openly gay minister. Rev.Scott Anderson has been waiting a long time for this, more than 20 years. Well, he joins us from Madison, Wisconsin, and Scott, I understand that this is a very big day for you. What does it feel like to be ordained and accepted in the ministry after all those years?
Well, it's an exciting time for me personally to be the first openly gay person ordained in the Presbyterian Church U.S.A. And it's a big moment for our church that has excluded gay and lesbians for so many decades. So it's a new day for us.
Did you ever expect that your church would come to accept you?
Well, you know, I left the ministry in 1990. I had been a Presbyterian pastor for 8 years. And when I left, I never thought this day would come in my lifetime. God has brought a variety of surprises to my life, and this certainly is the biggest one.
What did you think was the tipping point for the church, that the congregation actually backed you, supported you?
Well, I think what's happening in the Presbyterian Church is happening also in the Christian church across our nation right now, and that our church is recognizing that there are a variety of viewpoints on Scripture. There's no longer a right viewpoint and a wrong viewpoint, but several faithful viewpoints, one of which includes me in terms of being a minister in the Presbyterian Church. So we're honoring a diversity of viewpoints in our church. Our church is a big tent and has always had diverse views. This move symbolically expresses that to the wider culture.
Tell us about that moment that you were outed by two church members 20 years ago. I mean, you had to give up a dream. You had to give up serving your community. What was that like? How did you respond?
Well, to be honest with you, it was both the best and the worst day of my life. The best day because I was able, for really the first time, to come out of the closet and to share with people I cared about who I was as a gay man, to be honest with people that I loved. It was also the worst moment because I have felt called to be a minister since I was a sophomore in high school, and I just loved being a minister, and to have to give that up just created an incredible amount of grief. So a whole series of mixed emotions in that day.
Reverend, do you think that this might be something that also other churches, other faiths will embrace?
Well, I think we've seen over the last couple of decades 4 Protestant denominations in America, the Presbyterian Church being the most recent of the 4, open the door to welcome gay and lesbian individuals into ministry. And I think there is a movement afoot in the church to widen the door, widen the circle to include us. So yes, I think we're going to see more of this in the future.
And I know there's the church, but there's also politics as well. There's been a lot of debate in the gay community whether President Obama has done enough. What do you think?
Well, I think we've made some progress. The bipartisan vote last December to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell for the U.S. military. You know, these changes don't come quickly. And frankly, from my point of view, so much has happened. We have 5 states which now have recognized civil marriage for gay and lesbian couples. I never thought that day would come in my lifetime. So I think we've seen enormous change already. It's a slow process, a gradual process, and I think God has more in store for us as a culture in terms of full equality for gay and lesbian people.
All right, Reverend Scott Anderson, thank you so much for talking with us on this very important occasion.
Thanks.
This important day for you and your congregation. Thank you very much.